What is up, guys? Welcome back to Rip City Rundown, and your Portland Trail Blazers are officially Summer League champs. They knock off the Knicks again, second time in this Summer League, to go a total 4-1 for the Vegas trip. Brandon Williams stepped up, Trendon Watford stepped up. It was a fun game to watch. The defense in particular stepped up, and they're getting rings. These young guys are officially getting some Summer League rings. As a Blazer fan, how does it make you feel?
Honestly, it's a cool little story. Obviously, does not mean much in the grand scheme of things, but it is kind of funny that Portland gets a ring just in Summer League. But it's still cool. But just looking at stats really quick. Obviously, you shouted out Brandon Williams, Trent Watford, Jabari Walker again with another great performance, 14 and 11. I don't know how many double-doubles he had out of 5 games, but it seemed like every game he was right there. I remember he had 16-13 one game. He was definitely a bright spot in this Summer League process. But yeah, it makes you feel good because I remember I was out of town this weekend, but I was watching, I guess it was 2 nights ago, everything that needed to happen to even get Portland in this game. Kind of worked out in Portland's favor, and they got an opportunity to play in a championship, and they took advantage, won.
Yeah, big shout out to Trendon Watford. He is the unanimous MVP of the Summer League. Obviously, he didn't have the best stats of everyone here, but, winning team gets the MVP. I would think if Keon Johnson had a good championship game, he probably could have gotten some of those votes and maybe even won MVP. But he was quiet. He had 2 points. Didn't really assert himself offensively this game. Didn't really need to.
Best plus minus on the floor, now that I'm looking at it.
Yeah, he definitely stepped up defensively this game. The Knicks were averaging 101 points, they said on the broadcast, in games other than the Blazers. They scored 77 in both games against the Blazers. This defense truly stepped up, especially in these 2 games against the Knicks.
It was awesome to see. You usually don't equate Portland with defense much, but it's cool to see these young guys play hard. And there's a little bit of similarity to the last time we won the Summer League Championship. You want to talk about that?
That's the big talking point around Blazers Twitter right now. And it's really not as coincidental as you think. The Blazers, last time they won the Summer League Championship was 2018. Following season, Western Conference Finals. Win Summer League this year. Could we see another deep playoff run? Dame's going to be healthy. We've got at least, I would say, 2, maybe 3 guys on this roster that could be seeing some not significant, but some spark minutes here or there. I look at Watford.
I'm looking at Watford. I'm looking at Jabari Walker. Maybe Keon will probably get a chance. Brandon Williams looks like a great third guard, just that veteran presence. I don't know.
Yeah, you're definitely
not Luka Garza. I'm sorry.
You're definitely going to see Watford get some minutes, and we're doing all of this without who we thought was going to be our best player on this roster, possibly Shane Sharp.
Facts.
He's still recovering.
Yeah, what a long. It was only 5 games, and it felt like a while ago we were crying over the Shane Sharp news, but all ends well for Portland. 4-1. To be honest, I thought you had to be undefeated to get in this game, but honestly, it's less about the game and the result. It's more about who improved over the course of the Summer League, who played well. Give me your shout outs. It's probably the same guys, but give me one person who really exceeded expectations for you.
Exceeded expectations. It's obvious. It's got to be Jabari Walker. Coming in just looking like an NBA guy. We've said it in all these recap videos. He has been the guy that has impressed me the most for sure. I expected good things from Trendon Watford in this Summer League. I will give a shout out Brandon Williams. His scoring ability in this game was so much better than every other 22. Game. To have 22, get to the free throw line 10 times, asserted his dominance in this game. Truly looked like a really good point guard in this game. But my guy has got to be Jabari Walker.
Yeah, I'll probably go Keon Johnson. I know he didn't have the best championship game, but he was probably, other than Trent Watford, obviously, he was Portland's best player, at least on the offensive end. So I'll give it to Keon. Last place loungers / low point. It's got to be Didi Lozada for me. I'm sorry. And it's nothing against. It is against him because he didn't play well. But this was an opportunity for him to come in and kind of showcase his ability. And I feel like every time he did one of these recap videos, it was 2 points, no points, and then the minutes just dwindled. He got a DNP at some point. Kind of unfortunate to not see him take an opportunity and run with it. But it is what it is.
I think the big thing that was noticeable was this defense. Best defense in the Summer League. Forced 18 turnovers today on a team that has NBA guys, so just getting under their skin, getting those turnovers, holding them 77 points. I think that is, a good thing about the culture of this team. This Summer League team seemed honestly very tight-knit. These are a lot of guys that played last year on the actual team, so they have a bunch of chemistry together. I hope that carries over to the actual roster.
Yeah.
We saw guys sitting courtside. I don't know if they were there today or if they were there other than the first game, but seeing this defensive intensity, being the best defensive team, hopefully that brings a little something to the actual roster.
Yeah, I think Trent and Watford, especially. I mean, obviously when you watch summer league, it's a lot of guys you haven't necessarily heard of before, so you're not like, oh my gosh, Trent and Watford's on this team, defense is going to be elite. But like Trent and Watford, I guess Keon Johnson even, I really thought Keon Johnson was just a scorer, but his athleticism on the defensive end, he was engaged, and I think that just goes to show you when you're like engaged on the defensive end, like you can be good. I don't know who said it, but I remember watching like maybe it was Inside the NBA, and yeah, it was Kenny. Kenny was like, if you try, you can go 41-41. Like just by trying hard on defense, you can go 41-41. Now the question is, I think the Blazers should get some of these guys on the actual roster, young, hungry players that will compete. Because honestly, like let's be honest, the roster in the past few years has been old, a little aging, kind of not a lot to prove necessarily. So I think having some young blood in the fold would do wonders for the defense.
Speaking of that 41-41, last thing before we wrap up here, the total wins for the season came out on betting sites the other day, and the Blazers are currently at 41 wins. I think if I'm a betting man, I'm taking that over. I think the Blazers
ignore that we're
high 40s.
Rip City rundown, but we're going over. We're not biased. We're just smart. I'm not even going to give a prediction, but you got to think the Blazers win mid to high 40s. I'm not going to say we're a 50-win team. I'm not even going to say that. 41's a little low. I think we can be a little over 500.
Yeah, I say mid to high 40s as well.
Love that.
That's going to do it for the video. Just congrats
to
the Blazers for being the Summer League champs.
They're ring on it.
As Trendon Watford said. What ring size do you want?
What ring size do you want? Also, can I say one thing?
Yeah.
Look, just do not. If you're not a Blazer fan and you're watching this, do not bring Damian Lillard into this. He did nothing. Please. There's going to be memes. We get it. It's funny. Just let the young guys enjoy their ring, and then Dame will get a ring. Trust me.
It'll happen.
It'll happen eventually.
Deeper on this year.
Be the greatest championship of all time.
All right, so that'll do it for the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.